And we're back, ladies and gentlemen, and it is time for my Flaming 5 NFL Week 3 picks. Now, I dropped my picks yesterday on a short, I think it was a YouTube short and a reel, social media. I dropped my picks yesterday, but today I will break down why I have chosen what I have chosen. So I have the Giants plus 6.5 to cover against the Chiefs, but I got the Chiefs ultimately winning. I think this is a desperation game by the Kansas City Chiefs. I think the Chiefs ultimately win this game. But I think it's going to be a lot closer, and it's going to rely on a lot of Mahomes' magic at the end for them to get a result against the Giants. Russell Wilson looked great last week against the Dallas Cowboys. I don't think Russell is going to have a game like that. I think the Chiefs' defense has been elite, but I also think the Chiefs' offense has been struggling and they've been being carried. Or well, I can't say they've been carried because they're 0-2, but the defense has ultimately been doing their job, and the offense, because of the lack of weapons, the lack of a run game, has been holding the Chiefs back this season. That's why I think the Giants plus 6.5. I think the Giants are also at home in this game. Um, to cover, but the Chiefs ultimately winning is the result. I think the coaching. I think ultimately what happens here in this scenario is coaching matters. I think Andy Reid, Matt Nagy, um, the defensive staff that they have there, Spagnola, I think they ultimately outcoach Brian Dable. But this game comes down to Mahomes' magic at the end, putting them in field goal range, and Harrison Buckner banking a field goal in to win this game. I ultimately think that's what's going to happen in this game. We got the Packers minus 7.5 over the Browns. Guys, you've seen football this year. You've seen how great that Packers defense has been with the addition of Micah Parsons. We've seen what that offense has also looked like with Jordan Love in another year, where he looks a lot more fluid. We've seen, I think it's Matthew Golden. I think it's Matt Golden, who's come into his own. The rookie, I think he's also a rookie. Jaden Reed, who got injured. Romeo Dobbs, who I think is going to start progressing this year. And then they're also getting Christian Watkins back at some point later this year, right? Josh Jacobs is slowly getting his legs under him. That offense is going to progressively get better, and same with that defense. They're not even using Micah at 100%. Joe Flacco against this defense is going to have issues. I could see Joe throwing 3 or 4 picks. I could also see Joe throwing 3 or 4 picks and 2 touchdowns. But I ultimately think the Packers are going to mollywop the Browns, similar to how the Ravens mollywopped the Browns last week. That Browns defense, there was times where they got to him, but the offense putting that defense right back out there after basically getting a turnover, after basically stopping the other offense, doesn't give the defense enough time to recover, and that's ultimately what I think is going to happen. I think the Green Bay Packers and that defense is going to stop Joe Flacco, and it's going to put the Browns defense in a horrible position where Jordan Love in that offense is going to just be able to tee off on them. We got the Bucks minus 6.5 over the Jets. Guys, Tyrod Taylor is starting. Baker Mayfield is having a tremendous year. We haven't even seen Mike Evans score a fucking touchdown this year. And I'm begging you, Baker, please, please throw the ball to Mike Evans in the red zone. I need the fantasy points. I haven't benched him because I know he's your go-to target, and it's week 3, baby. I'm waiting. I'm going to be patient. Because, Baker, you balling out, boy. You got that rookie, Bukama. I'm sorry for botching the name. But rookie, I'm going to call him double E, because he be energized, bro. He is catching touchdowns. He is an elite receiver. They got Bucky Irvin toting that ball. That offensive line is pretty solid, too. Their defense under Todd Bowles is also pretty stout. The Buccaneers, guys, they're a threat. They're a playoff threat. Legit playoff threat. And the Jets, with the injuries to Justin Fields, Tyrod Taylor starting, and also their defense not really being a good defense this year, even under Aaron Glenn, who was a good defensive coordinator, I think, for the Lions. Maybe that defense for the Lions was a little bit overrated. I think the Jets have good pieces. Robert Saleh did not leave the cupboard bare. And I think Aaron Glenn at some point has to get the most out of that defense. But either way, I think the Buccaneers minus 6.5 over the Jets is the way to go in this game. Guys, next game is Cowboys minus 1.5 over the Bears. Give me the Cowboys. I am not a Cowboy fan. I am a Niner fan. Cowboys are one of our rivals, okay? But in this scenario, the vibes are down in Chicago. Okay, they got Molly Wop 52-21 against against the Lions last week, and we all thought the Lions, especially after we saw what happened Week 1 against the Packers, they were going to have similar issues to what the Eagles had the year after they switched their offensive and defensive coordinators right before they won the Super Bowl last year. Right. Yeah, no, the Lions whooped that ass, and I think the vibes are down with the Bears. I think Ben Johnson has been keeping that team accountable. He's multiple times had nothing but great things to say about Tyler Sargent, or Tyler Bagent. I'm sorry, I keep calling him Sargent, but it's Bagent. Tyler Bagent or Tyson Bagent. Tyson Bagent. Well, Jesus Christ, I am sorry for botching your name completely, Tyson. But you are a backup. But you are a backup that they paid, and you are a backup that Ben Johnson has spoken nothing but highly of. And Caleb has been having issues. I wouldn't be surprised if there is a sack, if there is something that happens during the game this week where Caleb has to go down for maybe a week or two. They're going to put him on the injury report. Be cautious, and we see Tyson Bagent out there and Ben Johnson calling plays for Tyson Bagent, and maybe that Chicago Bears offense kind of wakes up. Remember, they pay Tyson Bagent. Also, Dak is having a great year. You put Dak into any system offensively, I think he has a good foundation. He has the good fundamentals. The issue with the Dallas Cowboys is not Dak or that offense. It's ownership at this point, and we all know this. It's Jerry writing checks that they can't cash in, and basically just putting bulletin board material up. Basically, if you're a Dallas Cowboy, you feel like you win the Super Bowl every single day, according to Chris. I think it was Chris Canty, right? I think it was Marcus Spears. Either Marcus Spears or Chris Canty said, if you're a Dallas Cowboy, you feel like you win the Super Bowl every single day. And when he won it with the New York Giants, the Super Bowl with the New York Giants, I forget if it was Chris Canty or Marcus Spears. He only felt that feeling that one day, but as a Dallas Cowboy, he felt that feeling every day, and that's the issue of being a Dallas Cowboy. With that being said, I still think Matt Eberflus is going to have Caleb Williams figured out. They don't have a run game. They just got to figure out how to get to the quarterback right now. I know they don't have a pass rush, but they have managed to stop the run game on two different teams. They've managed to stop the run game. Russell Wilson went off through the air last week. So if they can, Caleb is not Russell Wilson. Caleb has had times where he's shown explosivity, but can he outduel Dak? I don't think so. Give me the Cowboys minus 1.5 over the Bears. And last but not least, guys, it's the Ravens minus 4.5 over the Lions. Is that really a question? Lamar Jackson owns the NFC. I think he's only lost once or twice, maybe 3 times or 4. 3 times. I think maybe 3 times to NFC teams in his entire NFL career, okay? The Ravens, last week, they mollywopped the Browns. Guys, the Ravens are a legit team, overall team, both offensively and defensively. Lamar Jackson, he is on a campaign to win another MVP. I understand he lost that Week 1 game against the Buffalo Bills and Josh Allen. Thing is, the Ravens are notorious for losing games like that this early on in the season and then turning it on later on in the season and working out those issues. I think the Ravens, especially after the Lions put up 52, the Lions are going to be feeling great about themselves. They come back down to earth hard in this game, and the Ravens ultimately mollywop the Lions, in my honest opinion. Give me the Ravens minus 4.5 over the Lions. I'm not a Jared Goff believer. Yeah, they went out there and they balled out against their former coordinator for a reason, right? There was angst and animosity within this game. There ain't no angst or animosity. You going up against a 2-time two-time MVP. I think he was a unanimous MVP, if I'm not mistaken. Lamar Jackson is fucking him. He's a Heisman Trophy winner. He's been nothing but a baller since he's gotten into the league. And I wasn't a believer in Lamar Jackson until the last couple of years when I saw him develop his arm, develop the passing game in his arsenal, and just be fucking lethal all over the floor. So Ravens -4.5 to win that game, baby. And those are my flaming 5 NFL Week 3 picks. Give me the Giants +6.5 over the. Give me the Giants +6.5 to cover against the Chiefs, but give me the Chiefs to win. Give me the Packers -7.5 over the Browns. Give me the Buccaneers -6.5 over the Jets. Cowboys -1.5 over the Bears, and Ravens -4.5 over the Lions. And with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, guys, thank you for watching the latest episode of N1 from the End Zone with your favorite host, King N.P.V. I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you can be notified when the latest content drops. Also, please go check out Port City Uncensored, hosted by J-Man Jack. King N.P.V, your boy, was on his show yesterday, Thursday, interviewing Vice Mayor, also host of Hollywood Uncensored, the Jason Lee podcast, Jason Lee. Check out the questions that I asked him. He was a great human being to meet, to pick his brain at. So go check out that episode on Port City Uncensored. Go check out Shady Mob Productions, the Shady Mob podcast hosted by yours truly and Alex the Man Angelov. Go check out Smacks TTV with my boy Smaxy. He is a gamer. I think he's right now streaming Valorant. So go check him out on Twitch, and go check out ANA Radio for financial tips and advice. With that being said, guys, always remember, desire is power. If you desire to be great, you have the power to be great. I will see y'all next time.
Guys, have you heard? Nelson, tell the people.
Shady Mob Productions is an official affiliate of HBO Max. Click on the link in the description and sign up so you can watch hit series like Hard Knocks, Game of Thrones, and House of Dragons.
Also, don't forget to hit the subscribe button so you can be notified when the latest content drops.
You're watching the latest episode of N1 from the End Zone. Please click on that subscribe button so you can be notified when the latest content drops. Now, let's kick it.
Guys, join me, Alex the Man Angelov, and check out ANA Radio, where we're going to be talking about the latest and greatest financial news, investments, banking, and personal finance. Check out the channel, and don't forget to hit the subscribe button so you can be notified when the latest content drops.
If you're in the San Francisco Bay Area and want the best cut of your life, go check out Headspins Barbershop, located in South San Francisco, the official barbershop of N1 from the End Zone.
Guys, you're watching a Shady Mob production. Make sure to follow the Shady Mob podcast, where we break down all the latest content and talk about life. Please make sure to share, like, comment, and subscribe so you can be notified when the latest content drops.